Okay, so outside of the tins, we also got this. This was my childhood backpack here. I brought this to school probably, I would say, second or first grade. And I definitely remember Pokemon cards being banned from school. But that's beyond this video. And let's look at what we have in here. Now, this was kind of all over the place. I stacked it just a little bit better, but this was basically the way it came. There was some paper in here too, just random paper. But it has nothing to do with Pokemon. So you can see that it's just full of stuff. Full of a bunch of stuff. So what I'm going to do to make this better is I'm going to take everything out, and I'll show you guys this. Okay, so here's everything that was in it. We have some sealed packs. It's Sun and Moon. I don't know what this came in. Maybe it was a cereal promotion. I have no idea. Here we have a Pokemon Platinum Rising Rivals 3-pack with one additional promo card. This would have been gotten at the very tail end of the collecting. It's from 2012 and it's unopened. I think this one's from Target. Here we have a Pokemon Black and White Merging Powers deck box. This one is still sealed and it's from 2011. This one is a Dragons Exalted from 2012. This one is open and it still has some stuff in it. It has the marker and also the promo code still. Here we have two Game Boy carry packs. This one was the smaller one, or the clutch, if you will. It has the original hooks right here. You can see to hook a lanyard to so you can wear it like a purse and include it. This one was a more advanced version. It also includes the lanyard spots, and look in here, we still have the original lanyard to put on. The matching purple one also has a convenient wrist strap here that you can put on, that you can just carry it on your wrist. Your Game Boy would have went here. Your manuals and stuff would have went here, and your extra little batteries probably would have went right here. Here we have some Burger King balls. These would have included the Burger King gold medallions, which I do think I have in one of the tins we're going to open here soon. This one's still sealed, and I don't plan to open it. This was also in here. Now, I do think that this had E2 sets of 30 each, which would be 60 cards. These were in here, and I do think this was a different game completely. This was a game geared towards younger kids, and I don't know what this one was originally called, but in this box, it looks like most of the remnants are still here, except for the decks themselves. So we have the Advanced Rulebook Volume 1. That includes everything of what's going on in the trading card game itself. Most of the damage counters, which are unpunched. A trading card game starter rulebook. This one with the E2 logo on it. Basically a beginner version of this handbook right here. It also included a double-sided playmat here, with one side being for beginner Pokemon players, and the other side being for the advanced Pokemon players. So this side corresponding to this book, the green side that we just saw, this side corresponding to this book. Also have a collectible marbles case here. I know the Game Freaks got their marketing in most everything, and marbles were also caught in the fray. We also have a ton of Pokemon-related marbles, all with the Pokemon on them. There has to be a good amount here. This one was the Beedrill carrying case. Notable ones were some of the starter ones, and the weird Hitmonchan looking art one. Lastly, I have 6 here, and these were given to me from my childhood friend Chris. You know, I was really into these, as the front looked like player's guides. They would help you in your quest in Pokemon Red and Blue, eventually Yellow, figure out some of the routes that correspond with the show at the time. You could submit art in these, and to double up, it would also serve as a comic book to coincide with the show itself. At the end here, it displays where you can watch the TV show yourself. If you live in Orlando right here, you can see that you could watch it on Wolf TV, which I believe was Channel 3. The only way to collect these was to have a Nintendo Power itself and to rip them out of the insides of perforated select versions. And Chris knew that I liked these, and because he traded me a Machamp for a Porygon, thus taking my hollow Machamp for a Porygon, he felt bad and he gave me these. And these are from him. Going from Nintendo Power's Pokemon Power to these are the Pokemon official strategy guides. This one from Prima. This was probably my favorite one, as it coincides with Yellow being my favorite one too. And I followed these to the T. I never wrote in these because I thought that would kind of like mess it up in future playthroughs. So it was just more reference. But I definitely enjoyed the art in these. Prima's was my favorite, but I also had the official one from Nintendo Power. I don't know why, but I didn't like this one as much as I liked the Prima one. And a shout out to the Versus book. This one was okay. This one, there was too much going on the pages, I feel like. I also have this. I got this. I'm almost positive for the free inside card. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be in the boxes somewhere. But this is the exclusive promo Venusaur. I did have this game. I rarely played it. I wasn't that great at Pokemon trading card game. I did like to collect them though. Lastly, we have Nintendo Power's official Pokemon Gold and Silver guide. This is a holo guide. And the complete Pokedex for it. This was the guide for the game itself. Just like the one for Red, Blue, and Yellow. This one I followed to the T. I didn't mark it because I thought marking would take away from the replayability. This is a Pokedex. I didn't much care for this, but my mom got it for me, and I appreciate the thought. Oh, this was hidden between them. We have a Mewtwo EX. I have no idea what that's from. It's really big. It's in okay condition. And that's pretty cool too. Lastly, I have 2 Beckett Pokemon collectors. One of these was Chris's and one was mine. When he stopped collecting, he gave me most of his stuff. That's how I have a lot of this stuff. But these are awesome. In these Beckets, they were really big on showing that counterfeit was wrong. And there was also a ton of advertisements for just random places in random states. This one being in Westchester, Pennsylvania. This one being in Marietta, Georgia. Also showed ads for the movie that was soon to come out. Super Smash Bros. Different advertisements for games that are coming out on N64. Little walkthroughs of Pokemon Yellow. Information about Birds, the movie. A ton of apparel. Other prices for toys and posters included with the game. Submitted artwork from kids. A whole checklist of Pokemon Red and Blue, as well as Yellow. The newest price spotlight guide to Pokemon Fossil at the time, which was the newest. And then the Beckett part of the price guide for current and older versions of the cards, as well as Japanese, and some toy prices in the back. Beckett was also huge on counterfeit and showing that buying counterfeit cards is against the law, and you will get in trouble if you even think about doing it. Also, the spotlight on identifying counterfeit products and realizing if you are committing an illegal act. Also, early grading. Also showed an early spotlight to Japanese unreleased cards here in America. These were Gym Challenge and Gym Hero cards that we would soon see. I think this was also cool. This was a Pokemon tournament calendar for any areas. I remember looking at Florida and seeing it was Tampa and asking my mom if we could go to Tampa, and she said absolutely not. Next up is tins and my card binder. There are no cards in this because, if I remember correctly, they would slide out onto the floor, and one time it happened and someone stepped on it. So I decided to take them all out, but leave these and put them in boxes instead. Also includes some original artwork that was, I believe, from one of the coloring books. This wasn't printed. This was real art, and it was never drawn on. Also got some of these tins, and some of them were just energy cards, and I went ahead and threw the energy cards into the energy box that I have here. Now, majority of these would have been gotten from Connor buying them. Most all these date to 2012, and I'm pretty sure that most of the cards that are in these are going to be in these boxes here. All that's left in the majority of these are just some dirty penny sleeves. So if I need backup ones, I got them in here. This one right here, however, is different, and it includes not only one of the marbles here, it includes not only the marble Oddish number 43, it includes a bunch of these Burger King gold pieces. Here we have a brick of them sealed in shrink wrap. Here we have no case Togepi. You can see how dirty it is versus our Pikachu, which is still in its hard case. You can see how clean the Pikachu is compared to our dirty Togepi. Now, these would have been in that Pokemon ball, like we had the sealed one and the unsealed one. And I'm sure that these are probably in storage. So with that out of the way, we're going to get to sorting the 10 boxes here and get started. Just shout out to my Charizards here. These from Original base set. These from Rocket. These two are hollows. This one is a non-hollow. One from 2007. We're going to get this off the table and get to sorting.